This one is wild, people. This one is crazy. According to Gilbert Arenas, and I don't know where he got his information from, Gilbert says that the Miami Heat once tried to trade LeBron James for Dwight Howard after the Miami Heat, and I should say LeBron James, lost the 2011 NBA Finals. For those of you that watched the 2011 NBA Finals, watching LeBron in that Finals was crazy. He looked terrible. He looked like the moment was too big. He looked like he didn't know how to play basketball anymore. He didn't look like he was engaged and wanted to win. He was passive, just dishing the ball away. He was getting locked up by Jason Terry. Jason Terry was cooking him. Deshaun Stevenson, Dirk, Jason Kidd. A lot of these journeyman guys were on that team. And the Miami Heat had 3 Hall of Famers on their team that were in their prime. Like, Dwayne Wade had just gotten first place MVP votes the previous year. Dwayne Wade was widely regarded as a top 2 or 3 player in the NBA. It was Kobe, LeBron, Wade. Or some people were doing Kobe, Wade, LeBron. Or some people may have been doing, whatever their order. I don't know, whatever. But LeBron was awful. Now imagine you're Pat Riley and you just witnessed LeBron choke away an NBA Finals. An opportunity to get a championship after leveraging the entire future of the franchise on this signing, this free agent signing or whatever, sign and trade. Pat Riley's like, what the hell did I do? This guy is not who I thought he was. This thing is not going to work. He had doubts. He clearly had doubts. And Gilbert said they felt the way that LeBron played against Dallas, that they didn't need him. They thought they needed something else. So basically they're saying if you trade LeBron for Dwight, which by the way, at that time, Dwight was in his peak. That was pinnacle Dwight. Dwight was in the finals the previous year against the LA Lakers. They beat the Cavs and went to the finals. Right? It was either the year or the year before that. It was 08, 09. It was that era, right? Before LeBron left Cleveland and went to Miami, right? 2010, 2011. And that would have changed everything. Like the hypothetical train can go crazy right now. If Dwight Howard goes to Miami, maybe they win more chips. Maybe. They won 2 out of 4 in Miami. Well, who were the Heat playing in the finals? They were playing the OKC Thunder, the Dallas Mavericks, and the San Antonio Spurs twice. They won 2 out of those 4 rings, and they almost lost the one to the Thunder, but the Thunder choked it away. If you guys remember that finals, the Thunder they won game 1. They were up by 20 at halftime of game 2. And then all of a sudden, the Thunder choked everything away. Russell Westbrook, KD, Scott Brooks, the coach, they choked away that finals. They had the Heat on the ropes. If they would have won those first 2 games, what if the Miami Heat won 1 chip? Maybe they would have traded LeBron if they would have lost to the Thunder. They clearly did consider trading him. You see what I'm saying? But that would have changed a lot of stuff. Anyways, here's what Gil had to say.
Hello, this is breaking news.
What?
Miami Heat, after the motherfucking Dallas, tried to trade LeBron James to the Magic for Dwight Howard. Oh. They openly was trying to trade LeBron James for Dwight Howard. Damn. They felt that how LeBron James played against Dallas, that they didn't need him. They couldn't trade. Like Chris Bosh was like their all-purpose player. And they were trying to trade him to get a big man down there.
There's another one. Wait, where's this coming from?
They tried to Luka him, but they didn't Luka.
Yeah, they was dead ass because him and Pat Riley was fighting over power from the first year. I know I'm Cap. That's Cap, right? There should be a video of Dwayne Wade and Haslam actually discussing this shit. I talked to the general manager.
All right, so here's what we get from this, right? There absolutely was a power struggle between Pat Riley and LeBron. Pat Riley is no nonsense. Pat Riley is the business manager of the Miami Heat. He is always about control. And LeBron had a lot of control in Cleveland, was trying to garner and leverage power in Miami. And he simply was not going to get that from Pat Riley. Pat Riley was not going to let LeBron run the show. And he wasn't producing chips. He didn't produce a chip in year 1. So, yeah, Pat Riley's like, what the hell are you doing for me? Maybe they need to look in a different direction. I mean, I've heard the story about the cookies on the airplane, right? And Pat Riley taking away LeBron's cookies. Like, shit's real petty like that when it comes to these types of people, these personalities. So, like, LeBron was cool with being in Miami as long as he was winning chips. And then when he didn't think he could win chips anymore, he left. And when he thought he could win a chip in Cleveland, he found more value in a championship in Cleveland because he knew it would do more for his legacy. LeBron was looking to move on. But, like, if LeBron would have gotten traded after a 1-year failed experiment with the Miami Heat, if Pat Riley would have traded him to the Magic for Dwight Howard, if that trade would have worked and it would have happened, Dwight Howard in Miami, maybe he wins a few rings with the Heat, with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. Maybe LeBron goes to Orlando. I mean, what happens then, right? Crazy hypothetical. So it would have been like LeBron and Hedo Turkoglu and Rashard Lewis and what was the name of that little guy, man? Jamal, forget his name, the point guard. JJ Redick, Michael Petrius. I remember those guys. I remember that team. I do. Because they kicked the Cavs' ass. Oh, man. This is a crazy story. If LeBron would have gotten traded for Dwight Howard. Now, it's a good thing the Miami Heat didn't trade Dwight Howard. Or for Dwight Howard for LeBron. Because the Heat ended up getting 2 chips. 2 chips is better than 1. Which is better than none. There's no guarantee that Dwight would have got them a chip. I personally believe that the Heat would have won chips with Dwight. His defense was second to none in that era. He was in his peak. He was in his prime. Teamed with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, that definitely could have worked. Maybe it was a better matchup against the Spurs. Maybe it was a better matchup against the Mavericks. You know, if they would have saw them again or something. I don't know how things could have played out. You never know these things, right? But yeah, then even Dwight's career looks different. Now, ultimately, what ended up happening is Dwight ended up having some back issues. They get some back procedures. After his time in Orlando, he, I think, moved on to Houston, then to LA, and then, you know, kind of became a journeyman at that point. Things didn't really work out for him until later in his career when he was a Laker again, and he won a chip with LeBron, ironically. But man, that would have been crazy if LeBron James would have been traded for Dwight Howard after the 2011 choke job against the Mavericks in the NBA Finals. What an incredible hypothetical what that could have been. But the simple fact, like, imagine what that would have did to LeBron's career. How would we be viewing LeBron right now? What would have happened to him? Like, oh, LeBron, you got traded. They didn't even want your ass. You know, that would have been a talking point about his legacy. You were shipped out of town as a failed experiment. Everything backfired and didn't work. I don't know why the trade didn't happen. Maybe the Magic didn't want to do it. Maybe Pat Riley, bailed at the last second and didn't have the guts to make it happen. Maybe he wanted to see his experiment all the way through. I don't know. But I thought that was really interesting, and maybe you guys got a kick out of that.